Yes, I put a jacket on because it is time to freeze our panes. Have you ever seen an Excel workbook where the top row or maybe the column headers, this row here, is frozen to the top and it seems like even as you scroll and scroll, it's always going to be in sight? Well, that's using freeze panes, and it can be really, really useful so that we don't lose track of what data we're looking for, and it also just makes you look like an Excel wizard. So let's learn how to do it now. First, I'm going to freeze the entire first 3 rows. And to do that, I'm going to select the next row down on the most left cell. So 1, 2, 3 is what I want to be frozen, and the next row down is 4, and I'm going to select the leftmost cell. Now I'll come over to View and Freeze Panes in the window group, and now I can select Freeze Panes. When I do that, it's now locked in the top 3 rows, and as I scroll, they will continue to be viewable. If I want to unfreeze my panes, I'll go back to where we were, and now it says unfreeze panes. I can click that, and now everything is back to normal. If I just wanted the top row or I wanted the leftmost column to be frozen, then what I could do is use one of these shortcut buttons. I'd go to Freeze Panes and select either freeze the top row or freeze the first column. Let's try just freezing the first column for now. Freezing the first column now, as I scroll to the right, you'll see that that column is stuck in place, but as I go down, the top is no longer going to be frozen to the top. Okay, back to unfreezing our panes. I want to show you one more option. If we want to freeze the top row or top rows and column at the same time, what we're going to do is we're going to pick the cell that is to the right of the column where we want to freeze and below the row that we want to freeze. So if I want to freeze column A and rows 1 through 3, then I'm going to pick this very next cell and then come up to Freeze Panes and Freeze Panes. Now when I click this, Excel says, okay, everything above the cell that you have selected and to the left of the cell that you have selected is what you want me to freeze. When I click on it, this is exactly what happens. As I scroll down, now all 3 of these rows at the top are going to be stuck to the top, and as I scroll to the right, the leftmost column stays stuck as well. Again, if I want to unfreeze, back up to unfreeze and unfreeze panes, it takes us back to where we were before. Now you are a freezing panes wizard, and we're going to take a look at drop-down menus.